Well, thank you so much for this incredible honor to receive this award of the Christian Allies Caucus and the Ministry of Tourism. When Josh called me and informed me about the decision of the Christian Allies Caucus to give the award this year to me, I immediately had to think of President Obama. He was just in the first weeks of his new office, and he was appointed as the Peace Nobel Prize. And I'm just within a few weeks in the office as the executive director, and then I got the phone call, well, we want to award you. And my hope and my prayer is that you don't think after 3 years, oh my gosh, what did we do? We should have given it to somebody else. But of course, it's time and reason to thank many people. And what I do is, and in the understanding how I receive this award is in a recognition also of the thousands and even millions of Friends of Israel worldwide, which do represent the International Christian Embassy. And we will make sure that they will know about this award, and we will tell them this is their award for what they have been done and be doing on behalf of the nation of Israel. I want to thank my staff and our leadership team of the International Christian Embassy, which are here with us tonight. People like our media director, David Parsons, and our music director, Ray Ramirez, and Pete Taylor, our general manager of the Christian Embassy. And it's a great joy and a great privilege to introduce you to my brother, Gottfried Buehler, who's the new director of the ICEJ in Germany. Gottfried, it's good to have you here. But most importantly, I would like to thank my wife and my family. Many times people ask me, say, Juergen, how do you do this to travel all over the world and do the heavy work? And I said, well, to be honest, I enjoy traveling, but you should ask my wife. She has to carry the main load of that. And so thank you very much for Vesna and our children. And I love you, Vesna. You are a wonderful wife, so thanks for everything what you are doing. I think tonight is a very significant evening because it illustrates and it underlines a very dynamic development which took place over the last couple of decades, I would say. And even this evening tonight, I think, resembles this dramatic development which took place over the last years. Who of us would have thought maybe 10 years ago that an event like this would take place here in Jerusalem, where members of Knesset and Jewish ministry and organizational leaders will come together with Christian leaders in the city of Jerusalem, and where Jewish leaders would even honor Christian leaders all over the world. And I think over the last few years, some dramatic developments have been taking place in Jewish-Christian relations. One of them, I think, and this is something which the Christian Embassy have been a very active part in, that is the establishment of a Christian edition of the Jerusalem Post. Just think about this whole concept for a while, that there is a secular Jewish magazine which decides to publish a magazine for evangelical Christians. Now, I come from Germany. I couldn't imagine that the Frankfurter Allgemeine or Süddeutsche Zeitung would publish a special magazine for evangelical Christians, but it's taking place here in the land of Israel from a Jewish daily newspaper. And Moshe Bar Tzvi, who is here with us tonight, he was instrumental to make this possible. And I think it's a sign that something new is taking place here in this land. We have today Ms. Susanna Kokkonen from Yad Vashem here. She's the director of the Christian desk of Yad Vashem. Also a whole idea which is worthwhile to think about and to even speak about it a whole evening. The institution here in this land which commemorates the darkest atrocity which the Jewish people experienced through the hand of Christians, decided 5 years or 6 years ago to establish a Christian desk at Yad Vashem. This is mind-boggling for me. To think about that the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli parliament, would establish a special caucus to reach out to the evangelical community worldwide. And what I hear from Josh, it's actually the largest caucus in the Knesset with more than 18 members, I believe. To think about that, it's for me, it's something which I never would have dreamt when I came to Israel 17 years ago. That today Christians and Jewish people are coming together is a development, and it's a phenomenon which is absolutely exciting to me, and I think it's worthwhile to mention and to be noticed by the media, and I think by everybody here in this country, not only the people who are sitting here tonight. The prophet of Malachi, he says in the very last verses of this prophecy, and in our Christian Bible, this is actually the very last sentence of the what we call the Old Testament. And he says, the time will come when God would raise a prophet like Elijah, and he would turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers. I thought many times what this sentence would mean. And of course, in our Christian circles, we speak about family relationship and family restoration. But I thought about it in another way. The previous Pope, John Paul II, he made a statement which called the Jewish people our elder brother. But to be very honest, I think it would be far more appropriate to call the Jewish people as the fathers of Christianity. Because Christianity in many ways was birthed out of Judaism. The very early Christians have been all Jews. The very moral and the very identity of who Christians are, what our ethics are basically Judeo-Christian value systems. And unfortunately, this father-son relationship was a very bad relationship for 2,000 years. And the prophet Malachi said there will come a time when God would turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers, and I believe that's what we are seeing here tonight. And I believe these are very exciting days, and this award which I received today, I think is a very special symbol of the times which we are living in. And I want to thank the Christian Allies Caucus, the honorable members of Knesset which are here tonight, Mr. Shai Helmish, the Deputy Minister Kara, Mr. Dan Deiker, and of course Josh, a very close friend and also a colleague in many activities, and of course Rabbi Benny Elon, who has a very long-standing relationship not only with the Christian embassy but the Christian community. I want to thank you all for the trust which you have placed in our organization, and we promise you today that we will do our best to make the future of this country a better one, and to put all our efforts and all our energy into it to make sure that there will be peace and friendship and harmony here in that region. May the Lord bless you, and thank you again for this award.